What is going on, guys? So 2 years ago, I made this crazy decision to quit all added sugars from my diet. I came home from college during winter break. I was snacking a ton. It led to me feeling very lethargic and bloated. So I decided, let's quit all added sugars. And 30 days turned into 60 days, then 90 days, a year, and now life. As I noticed more and more amazing health benefits from this challenge. And a year from when I started this challenge, I made a video on this channel talking about my experiences with it that blew up, and I'm glad a lot of you guys really loved it. And I'm still doing this challenge. It feels weird to call it a challenge at this point because it's just part of my life and I love doing it. But I want to give us an update and also answer a lot of those frequently asked questions I see in that video's comment section. So let's hop into this. So I was surprised how often this question came up. I should have made a point to address it earlier, but yes, I did eat fruits, I do eat fruits. Natural sugars found in fruits are essential in keeping your body healthy, as well as just preventing against common diseases and some cancers. I stopped consuming all added sugars. Those are additional sugars companies put in products ranging from salsa, bread, chips, tortillas, pasta, etc. The list is endless. And don't consume any kind of sugary foods like chocolate, cake, cookies, candies, all that stuff. Nowadays, I eat about 3 bananas a week, a box of grapes, maybe some apples in there, but a ton of veggies to go with that. I actually have. So on top of the benefits I mentioned in that first year, like more energy during day-to-day life and in the gym, less breakouts, healthier skin, I could see like more veins in my skin, and sleeping better, I noticed that towards the end of the first year and now for all the second year, I have a better mood. So y'all know people love to eat sugar when emotions run high, when everyone's happy, but it's equally as consumed when stressful situations occur and people use it as a compulsive mechanism to wanting to feel good, which does a lot more harm than good. Studies have shown that up to 80% of people consume sugary foods on a daily basis on top of unhealthy foods on a daily basis. When they take a break from that, they've noticed an increase in their mental health, on top of feeling less depressed, less anxious, and having better mental clarity in general. And I noticed that I, generally speaking, did feel happier, and big stresses like finals or big deadlines or just doing things that I don't want to do when there were things that I wanted to do didn't impact me as much. There was a general sense of more bliss in my life. So first 8 months, hands down, was the cravings. They were bad. There was this voice in the back of my head that just really wanted sugar. I hated that I was on this challenge and just constantly just pulling me with this negativity, like it sucks that you're doing this, versus feeling good and happy that I'm doing this challenge. The cravings were pretty bad. But after those 8 months went by, the hardest part was actually telling other people that I don't want dessert. So my family, we're all big eaters. We love getting together, sharing a meal. It's just an amazing experience. It's one of the few things that actually bonds our entire family together. We all love to get together and eat. But when the meal's over and someone brings out cake or dessert or something of that nature, we have a lot of desi desserts as well. I feel bad constantly saying no, and they're also very pushy. It's like, no, just eat it. And they're trying to like, put a bite in my mouth when I'm not looking or just put it on my plate anyway. And it's hard just constantly saying no to them. I don't feel any resentment towards them. I know that they want me to have a good time and they want to share this sweet food with me because it makes them feel great, so they want me to feel great. But it is just difficult constantly saying no. And the same thing kind of goes with friends and extended family, just not as extreme. They're always like, just take a bite, just try it, just one bite, it's so good. And of course I see where they're coming from. They want to share this great food with me and they want me to feel good. But it's just constantly saying no all the time. It's not that I even want it anymore, which I don't. It's just saying no to them because they've offered it every single time we go out. Does get kind of hard. So this had to be the most common comment asked in that video, and I totally see why. It's true that eating less sugar will increase insulin levels or help your body lose weight. Pretty fast, actually. By having fewer calories stored as fats in your body, hunger decreases, metabolism speeds up. Miracle pill. However, just in my case, with gyms being closed because of the bug going on in California, well, the whole world, but California especially had a pretty severe lockdown. So I had not been in the gym for an 18, maybe 15 to 18 month period. So I was losing a lot of weight. So I was actually trying not to lose weight and keep my weight steady the whole time. I think over the course of the whole stretch of time since that happened, I lost about 18, 20 pounds. So now I'm working on getting that back. But yeah, during that challenge, I just was not trying to lose weight, actively trying not to lose weight. So I can't really speak on how effective the weight loss was. So added sugars are in everything at the grocery store, not just because it makes the food taste better and makes it more addicting, because sugar is a deep human craving and it's one of the few tastes we're born with. Well, that is the primary reason. Also because it is extremely cheap, it can change the food's texture and it keeps the food fresher for longer. So for one thing, I had to completely stop eating protein bars. I just could not find a single one with no added sugars that still tasted edible. Most of the ones I consumed in the past had up to 20 grams of sugar, which is just mind-blowing. That's more than Hershey's chocolate bars. But on top of that, I started shopping at Safeway, which is a much larger grocery store, because it has a ton of more food options. So I can find things like tortillas, soy milk, bread, and some snacks that don't have added sugar in them. Those options just are not available in places like Walmart. But that was about it. As I mentioned before, I'm not an extremist about this. If someone offers me a hot dog and there's 1 gram of sugar in the ketchup of the hot dog, I'm not gonna freak out and I will eat it. The same way if I have like a loaf of bread with less than 1 gram of sugar, it's not the end of the world. You know, and it's the same way if I went out and about and something has like 1 gram of sugar and I'm hungry, like I'm gonna eat it, I'm not gonna starve. But as I mentioned, I just do try to avoid to the best of my ability, and you can get farther than I thought when you try to quit added sugars. So that it clear up some of the questions I saw on that video. The last thing I want to touch on is that during the course of my challenge during that year, I had about 3 different stages. The first one was I really want sugar. Then it was I miss it. And the last one was I don't want it. But at this new stage now where sugary foods and desserts in general just sicken me. So the best analogy I could find to this is when you see like a nice chocolate cake, you know, you think, oh, it's nice and sweet, it'll taste good. Looks a little bit heavy, but it'll taste good. But when people add so much chocolatey syrup and sprinkles and whipped cream, they go overboard with it, it just kind of turns you off, right? It's just too sweet. That's how I feel now when I look at almost any dessert. It's just too sweet. Like Sour Patch Kids, for example, it's crazy how much sugar the whole kid is just coated in on top of what's already in it. It just immediately turns me off. So that's the update, you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video and that one as well. I skim over the comments of that video every now and then, and I'm really glad to see that you guys have started this challenge. It sparked conversations. You guys have your own methods of quitting sugar and living healthier lives. I'm really glad to see it. And also, please don't beat yourself up if you can't go cold turkey like I can. There's nothing wrong with taking little steps in the right direction. Anyway, thank you guys again, and I'll see you guys next week.